Holding is putting down. Putting down is holding. Who is it that is trying to put it all down? In this moment, no holding, no putting down. Careful here. Holding is just holding. Putting down is just putting down. This is without skin. What is there to hold? And what is there to put down? Holding the stick, putting it down on the table. Actually, this talk's already complete. However, let me say some more words. I also would like to say thank you to the teachers. Many of them are here today, and it's really wonderful to have that opportunity to practice with so many different teachers in our school. So all of them helped me so much in my practice, especially Zen Master Ji Kwang, with whom I had my first interview. Zen Master Ji Kwang, with whom I could practice the longest, and Poep with her unconditionally open heart. And of course also my wife, Mima, so thank you all for your continuous teaching. I'm very grateful for that. We say our true teacher is always in front of you. However, it's so important to have somebody mirroring you. This may be a Zen teacher, a Dharma friend, your partner, a family member, or just somebody from the street. It doesn't matter. Here is a short mirroring story from my family. It was about 3 years ago. I was traveling with my father and my family in the Himalayas. We were hiking towards Everest Base Camp in Nepal. Actually, my wife was born in that region, so many family visits were included and lots of tea to drink. So we made it up to Tengboche and a little village called Devoche, which is about 3,800 meters above sea level. But unfortunately, in Devoche, my father got high altitude sickness. And that came to us and to him as a surprise, because he too was here before, and he never had any problems with high altitude. But it's not only with high altitude. There is no guarantee that you won't run into problems, even if you think you've mastered them before. So my father, he didn't sleep all night, and so we stayed there for another day, hoping that it would get better, but it didn't. So then we decided to split the group. The others, my brother and his wife, my niece and her husband and other friends, they went on. And my wife and me, we went down with my father. So we were walking down this narrow path. Actually, it was a shortcut somebody recommended, and I could already see him stumbling from time to time on this narrow path. So we had to cross the river to get to the other side, where the trail was leading uphill again to the next village. So at the riverbank, we rested a little bit. So my father was lying down on the grass, facing the sky, with his hand on his heart, and he really didn't look well. So I could see his chest moving fast, trying to catch up for the lack of oxygen in the thin air. So my wife and me, our minds went into big checking mode. It's like, shit, what are we going to do, you know? There's no place for a helicopter to land, and also no horse can come this way, because the trails were too narrow. So this strong fear appeared. I now noticed my mind going directly into mantra practice. The mantra was directed towards my father, but still something else was seen. There was some kind of running away there, some kind of escape from the situation. A strong wanting to get rid of this agonizing feeling inside, this pain of worrying, and that fear. So the mantra dropped, and there was just that being with that fear, but completely, 100%. And interestingly, it was okay, just the way it was. It was no problem. So we did the things that we could do. We gave him a little bit of pain medication, slowly went on. And luckily everything turned out all right. We made it up to the next village and then downhill again. It's okay to use mantras or other practices, but sometimes it seems that we use them mainly for us. Have we found a way to use them for our own purposes and then just talk ourselves into it that we use them for others? Do you know that feeling? Can there be complete practice which is not for me? And can we pause and really listen before we go into this automatic mode that's trained and remembered over the years? And how do we deal with it when it gets really difficult, when strong feelings appear? Usually this question only comes up when we think or have feelings that we don't like. Nobody has any problem with feelings that they like, right? Nobody wants pleasure to go away. So we actually have a kongan in our book that's dealing with this point. It's called Dongsan's No Cold or Hot. Many of you know this kongan already. But let's look at it together for a moment anew. So among us, Zen Master Dongsan, when cold or hot come, how can we avoid them? Why don't you go to the place where there is no cold or hot? Dongsan replied. The monk said, what is the place where there is no cold or hot? And then Dongsan said, when cold, cold kills you. When hot, heat kills you. That's the case. Here, Dongsan is not only talking about hot and cold. We might give a very good answer to the kongan, but can we die to our feelings completely? Or is there running away? There is an interesting story. It's an Italian YouTube video. A man is hanging on the edge of a cliff. He's in the mountains. Under him is the abyss. So he knows if he lets go, he's going to die. So in despair, he's crying out, God, God, are you there? Nothing happens. Then again, God, God, are you here? Please help me. Then suddenly a voice appears. Yes. Then the man says, God, wonderful, you're here. Please help me. I'll do anything you say. And the voice says, let go. And the man says, anybody else here? Cliff. We don't want to let go and let us fall into what's here now. We rather try and have a better job, have a better relationship, or become a stronger student, or get a stronger center, or become a worse Zen student, and so on and so on and so on. Can we knock down the flagpole in front of the gate and just be with this? Then helping each other just comes by itself, without effort. It doesn't need much, on the contrary. How many times have we heard this? But still, have we really listened? And for most people, this is not enough. They want more, maybe some wonderful enlightenment experience or some great insight. And then there will be happiness and no more sorrow for their whole life. Have we found a place where there is no cold or hot? Please listen. The sound of the photograph. The light on the brown floor. The smell of the air. The feeling of the clothes on the skin. The swallow. What are we doing? What is this? Sorrow is happiness. Happiness is sorrow. Two sides, one coin. At this point, there is no sorrow, no happiness. This is not even a point. Sorrow is just sorrow. Happiness is just happiness. This is great peace. But all of this is not enough. Then what? Very happy to see you all.